Make sure you download DML from the Android, iOS or Windows stores right now. You guys have been absolutely smashing this event so far. After just one day of this event being out, one day, our dragon already has 3.2 thousand million votes, which means that, you know, if things keep going, we will have our dragon as a legendary sooner than I would have ever imagined. But we still have a long way to go, and even after me, we still have the other two creators and their dragons to, you know, go ahead and vote for and support as well. So even if we are doing so well right now, we need to keep the pace going. So, you know, we need your votes, we need more players, you need to be making more donations, and you know, I don't want you to feel alone in that, because I get it. You don't want to feel like you're the only one donating and we aren't giving back. So, I'm gonna do that just for you right now. So, I'm going to go ahead and make a 1.5 million flower donation to this event right now. So, again, you can see it on screen, it's going to happen. Of course, I'm going to cut out all of my personal info so that you can't DDoS me. So, there you go. Transaction successful. That is 1.5 million flowers extra to add to this event. And you know, it's early days for the event. I'm not saying this is all that I'm going to put forward, but I want to push you to also do the same thing. So, if you didn't believe me, here we are. But regardless, there we go. We're okay. We're gonna cancel out this event screen, and now we have our 1.5 million flowers to give. And you know, I have confidence that you guys can push my dragon up to that 5,000 million milestone. But like I said, I'm going to also support the person that is in last place for me. And plus, you know, feels a little bit weird voting for myself. So, here we go. I'm going to go ahead and pop 1.5 million towards Annie LeBlanc's dragon. And so for doing that, I get the Sunfeather dragon, I get 3 million food, and the thing that I'm most looking forward to is that 75 enchantment tickets. Yes, that is the reason I chose that amount. Okay, I get it. I know, I'm predictable, but I am really looking forward to those enchantment tickets right now. So, there we go. I do have to give away every single flower all at once, but I really don't mind, because at the end of the day, I want all three of us and all three of our dragons to reach that highest point. So, you know, push me up, and as soon as we're done, we are gonna throw ourselves in and support the other creators as well. But, you know, I cannot do it without you guys, and, you know, even if you're someone that can't donate too much, even the smallest bundle is going to a fantastic cause. And don't forget, 100% of the event proceeds go to the charity. I've seen you guys out there in some of the top clans spreading the word, telling people to come in and vote so that we can all get these dragons together. And it's an amazing thing that you've all done already. And again, some of the top clans coming in and bringing their support to our Murano Dragon First is absolutely fantastic. And I appreciate every single one of you. To those of you out there in the comments that have told me that you've gotten your friends and your family involved and you've donated some of your own money to this cause, I am so grateful that all of this is going towards something so impactful and important to me on a personal level, but you know, just to the world as a whole. So now, since we've got our Sunfeather dragon waiting to get hatched in our inventory, that means that we actually need to clear out some space. So I'm going to go ahead and hatch our little tennis ball dragon. Look at him! How ridiculous of a dragon is that? Literally a tennis ball for an egg. Such a silly little dragon. And obviously, this is the ace dragon that we got from watching some stuff in Otto's Lotto not too long ago. So this trainer enjoys taking the Ace Dragon to battle against the Vikings because he knows they're about to get served. I can't even handle some of these puns sometimes. So do we have an open habitat space for him? We indeed do. And he is going to push us up to dragon number 428 that is hatched on this account. You know, this is what happens when you've been playing this game for as long as me. There's just dragons everywhere. All that you can think every day of your life is dragons. I feel like I'm under a spell, if that makes sense. Like I've been hypnotized by these adorable little creatures. But that Sunfeather dragon is a rare, and he will take 12 hours and 47 minutes to finish hatching. But obviously, when I'm done, I will share him with you as well. So right now, obviously, we're still quite a ways away from that Wraith and those 4,500 gems, but you know, the night is young, the timers have only just begun, and we have a ton of enchantment tickets to go ahead and spend, and you know, I'm desperate for some of these materials, so we are gonna go ahead and open some epic chests. So you know, enchantment materials in DML, they are extremely useful because it's basically like you've got levels for your dragons, but then you've got extra levels for your dragons as well, and these things are going to help you massively in the game when it comes to the enchantment league battles and just with map progression in general. And you know, it's not too often I get to open these enchantment chests, which is why this event is, you know, such a good opportunity to actually get some bonus ones while, you know, doing some good for the community. So, I'm hoping for some legendary, I see some, and we're getting divine stuff, and maybe we'll be able to fully enchant our Hermes dragon by doing this, because he's got max level at the moment, but he's 1 star away from max enchantment for me. So then we can do another 4 of these. Ooh. Oh, again, I'm never going to see this many enchantment materials in my life. This is like, I don't know, think about, what's your favourite food in the world? Think about eating it. The stupendous, beautiful, bountiful flavours in your mouth. Oh, that's basically the feeling that I'm getting opening these chests. It's euphoric, one might say. Some people also say that I might take this game too seriously sometimes, but you know, each is open to their own opinions. So, final set of chests we are going to open for this, and we are going to take a look at what we can do with our beautiful little Hermes dragon. He's been waiting a while now to get his upgrades for this, and we did also get some extraordinary void. I'm sure I might maybe use that one day, who knows. But coming back to Joko here, you can see that we've got enough wind enchantment materials in the center, but we don't have enough divine, we don't have enough plant quite yet, but these chests have helped us out massively. So if we just change up some materials here, there we go. So now we've got 25 extraordinary divine, and then if we move on to our plant, there we go, that is 25, 35 and 35 plants, so we can go ahead and finally enchant little Joko. So guys, we've done it. We've finally gotten enough. So to be able to enchant him, we need all of those materials and 5 million gold. You can see we've got 170 million. So that's not an issue for us. So there he is. Our first fully leveled up, fully enchanted divine dragon ever. So it's a long, arduous process, but, you know, it's something that I've grown to love with this game as well, you know. There's always something new to do. So now, the only other dragon that we really have left at the moment is Saini, who is our lantern dragon. So we do have quite a few more materials now for him also. So let's go and fuse a few of those. I don't think we're going to have enough today to do all of him, but we will have made very, very good progress on him overall. So you can see there, we have gotten like an extra 10 legendary materials, and we just need to gather a few more enchantment trinkets. So apart from that, I'm a very happy girl. I'm a very, very happy chappy that, you know, we get to help everyone, and plus, we also get to help ourselves a little bit in game, so maybe we are being a little bit selfish in that regard, but, you know, again, I couldn't have done it without any of you. But now that Mr. Joko here is as strong as he's ever gonna get in the game right now, how about we take him for a couple of fights? Because, you know, our Autumn Dragon is always the one in the middle at the front of the team doing everything. I think it's time that Joko has his turn in the spotlight. So we'll pop Joko in the first slot, and Andy, our level 100 Autumn, into the second slot here, and we'll take on some of these high tier arena battles. So let's just go ahead and infect everyone first, because when we have our Hermes Dragon in the first slot, we have the choice between whether we want to start off the battle using our wind attack or whether we want to use plan. And wind is really, really good for his utility, because it means that dragons like this jungle dragon right here, we could just use our wind on him, and then he's gonna do like 0 damage to us. Look at that, he did 0 damage, basically, to our autumn dragon there. So, there are some really, really good sides to having a sometimes more utility-based dragon compared to just raw aggression. And I think that's the difference between our Hermes and our autumn dragons here. Again, let's use our wind and see how much damage these dragons actually do. So, he attacks us with his own wind, and he does 0. That time it was actually 0 damage, so that's pretty crazy. We're gonna use plant on him, he's almost gonna get 1 shot. But these arena fights now at this point, since we have 2 fully enchanted, fully leveled dragons, they're gonna be a piece of cake. Absolute piece of cake. So, you never know, maybe eventually, sometime soon, we might end up going on a massive arena streak and getting some of those top dragons that are only available to the person that comes first on the leaderboard. You never know. Only time will tell. But I'm really looking forward to getting some of the dragons like the Merchant, the Amazon. There are quite a few of them. Like, for example, this week, the grand promotion prize is the Merchant dragon. We can see him there, and he's a wind, fire, and water dragon. So he's not a legendary, he's not a divine or anything like that, but I'm an avid collector in this game, as you may have already been able to tell by the 400 and something dragons that I have. But some of the arena dragons are still missing for me, so they are a long-term goal for me. And, you know, same with other things. We've got the short-term goals of, you know, upgrading, enchanting, breeding dragons of the week, dragons of the month. But then we do have more long-term goals for dragons like those that we're not going to be able to get instantly, because we have to save a few resources. But, you know, just thinking about how much is actually in this game sometimes, it's like, how do I even remember it all? Like, there's hundreds of dragons, hundreds of different things to do, but there's no wonder I've been here for 4 and nearly a half years now. But, you know, ever since the day that I first started playing, the reason I found DML was purely because I got my PC, it was brand new, and I'd never had a computer that had the Windows Store in it. So I just checked the Windows Store one day, and this was about a week after the game got released, maybe even less. And I was like, oh well, I used to play a game similar to this, so why not give DML a try? And here we are. That is literally it. You know, I looked at it in the Windows Store. I thought that the dragons looked cute, and here we are. It's the bane of my existence. Nah, I'm only joking. You know, whenever I say that about DML, it's like anything that you've just spent so much time in. It's like sometimes you'll have highs, sometimes you'll have lows, but no, the game has to be doing something to keep me here, right? And obviously, you as well, by watching and, you know, taking part with all of my ramblings and, you know, news that comes out and everything else. But overall, we would never, ever have gotten to this point where we have all of these really good dragons, if not for all of that. We also get the Tsunami Dragon's breeding token. The only thing is, I already have this dragon, so I don't need another one. I could if I wanted to. Like right now in our breeding section, we have the choice of breeding the Dragon of the Month. We could breed a secondary astronaut, or we could also breed the Tsunami using Water, Void, and Wind. But right now, we are focusing on breeding the Eagle Dragon from his special chain breeding event, and we're trying to breed the Dragon of the Month in the other breeding den. Oh, this is what I mean. Everything in my brain just gets frazzled. What do I do first? Where do I go first? Oh, I can't even think sometimes. I think for the most part, that's pretty much everything that I wanted to discuss today. So, you know, make sure you're getting in, downloading DML, or opening up the game for the first time in a while, whatever the case is for you. You know, I get it, sometimes you might leave and come back, but this is a perfect opportunity to come back and get some really cute dragons out of it. And you know, just before we leave, look at that. We have people that have donated 28 million flowers during this event, you know, to every single person on this leaderboard, you know. Massive thanks go out to you, but we need more help. So, get into the game. Make sure that you're collecting your flowers every day as well, because even if you're going to be donating, don't forget that you can also see how many flowers you have left to collect in the day by going to the section with the question mark in the top hand corner, and you'll see that we've got loads. Gandhi, stop screaming! I bet he's been doing that this whole time, hasn't he? It's like I've forgotten that he's even there. Gandhi, I will give you an apple in a second, okay? Alright, hopefully he's dealt with for a second, but, you know, we've still got feeding, collecting gold, food, and things like that to do, which means that we've still got more event stuff to do, and I'm sure that you do too. So, I hope to see you in DML, but for now, thank you for watching, and hopefully, I will see you next time.